Divine Spirit and gracious Creator, we're all here to open ourselves up unconditionally to your divine assistance and continued direction. As well as receiving your healing and guidance, we are fully open and ready to receive and notice signs of blessings. We are truly grateful and thank you. Amen. Please settle your minds and focus on your crown chakra. And when you are ready, open it for Spirit to supply you with its source of energy. As it enters your crown chakra, allow it to rebalance all your chakras, starting with the crown chakra, moving on to the brow chakra, down to the throat chakra, then onto your heart chakra, working its way down to the solar plex chakra, further down to the sacral chakra, and down to the root chakra. Allow the Spirit energy source to visit all your minor chakras to maximize our potential in this circle. Let the energy settle in your body, and when you are ready, move your focus back to your heart chakra and start linking with all other members of this circle unconditionally. Set your intentions on the tasks we agreed, please. Maximize our ability to make the links to Spirit that we need to achieve. We've come together on the earth plane with the purpose of receiving answers to our questions from our spirit guides and advisors that are happy to link with us. I would like to start to introduce the members of the circle. My name is Chris, and with me today is Adi, Pam, Sharon, and Donna. I would like to welcome all members of the Spirit Circle and thank you for believing in us. As we try to lift our energy levels sufficiently to enable you to bridge and make connects through our mediums, we are focused on offering you the opportunity to link through us. Please link directly through your choice of medium. And if you're happy to link through another medium at the same time as another soul from Spirit does, please do so. Where possible, we would respectfully appreciate confirming that we have achieved a successful link through, either a sense of doing so or even more grateful to hear the spoken word itself. As we try to lift our energy levels in our own circle and with the help of our own guides and of the spirits, we look forward to making the connection to the Spirit Circle. When we have achieved that, could you confirm when you are ready for the questions to be put to you, please? Good evening, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
That's brilliant. Are you okay for me to ask for your name?
Yes, that would be fine. My name is Sal.
Sal. Very pleased to meet you, Sal, and welcome to the circle tonight. Have you been here before, or been by, or been watching us?
Yes, I have been sat in the theatre, shall we say.
Oh, brilliant. Watching as they go, as we all connect and speak to Spirit as we do.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us. Whereabouts are you from on the Earth plane? Have you been on the Earth plane before, or are you just?
But I have, yes. But I was thinking to say that as guides, and spirit, we take many forms in many places and all over. We come and give comfort in saying sometimes when we come through to you, we give our earthly name in an earthly life. But tonight we thought that we would combine as one, as we sometimes do. And as much as you will hear the one voice, there will be many that will share their experiences or their answers for you this evening, if that is okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic, Sal. Let's say a big thank you for joining us tonight.
It is a very calming small group this evening. Neil is with us in spirit, as you may say, but not in the ways that some might think. But he is connected as well, just to let you know.
Thank you for that. I'm sure he is like that. It's brilliant. He'll be definitely thinking of us, and he's definitely going to be thinking of us till obviously the circle's finished tonight. So it's nice for that reassurance.
Yes, he's also sending healing as well.
Very much needed. Me to ask you a few questions.
Yes, I am happy for some questions, and we'll see how we can get through them this evening for you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you. There's a few questions, and one of them that I've been thinking about is, do animals sense spirit different to humans?
If I said to you that they see them more clearly, and they are more attuned, how can I say more attuned? It's probably not the right thing. Because they live their lives more simply. As a human is always analysing and trying to strive in different ways, and animals sense and see spirit the same, but probably more clearly. It is almost like a second pair of eyes. Do you understand what I say?
Yeah, I get that. So they,
As much as you use your eyes and you see and you use your third eye to see spirit if it's attuned, within animals it is naturally there to start with. It is part of their makeup.
it's very interesting to get that. At least we're getting the answers from you, so it's nice to have a better understanding.
It is like the relationship when we'll say, you will send messages to say that somebody has seen a robin in the garden, or a bluebird, or something along those lines, that we can connect with them and they will gladly pop along to let us show them that we are around. Whereas we cannot do that with, say, humans. We can't just connect to show. With animals, we can align with them and make them come close. Like maybe one day you take a walk, same place at the same time, and you see some squirrels. But maybe one day there'll be a squirrel that will be feet or inches away without a movement. But normally they would scamper up the tree. We would connect to show that we're around. And you would know this by noticing that that squirrel, for instance, has not run like it normally would, like with the birds.
That's nice. They're a lot more calmer then.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for that one. I've got another question, and it's hopefully be able to answer it. But what it is the question is, how many elders are there when spirit asks for guidance and guide? Because obviously some questions are very delicate. So obviously spirit will go to the elders to ask these questions. And that is the spirit. How many elders are there that you go to for the answers? Because they do sometimes stop you from allowing the answer to be given.
So you mean in the our circle tonight, say for
Yeah.
instance, do you mean that when sometimes we come through, you ask a question and we go back? It all depends. Sometimes we give the answer because we are the elder. We do not need to go above.
Okay, interesting.
Other times, the guide may come through and we pause them as a group. So we're not stopping them as such, but it is like a natural ability to just hold them back from their enthusiasm. And then we discuss as a group and with the elders. From week to week, it is like you. Sometimes we all come in and there could be many of us here. Others, the times there are just a few. But I'd normally say that there are a minimum of 3 elders that will come in for every one of the evenings that we have together.
Thank you. Thanks me for that. Another question is all spiritual energy from the same source?
Yes, originally, yes, it is. You would say it is from the basic DNA, but because we all have lived lives in varying manners, in varying places, and in varying times, as you would say on Earth, we can absorb the energies and it blends with our own. So we can strive in spirit. The further your experience will take you, as maybe an elder may draw on a particular energy that they have picked up or created of their own little, you would may say, battery or storage. In the general, from the universe, it can be drawn from different areas. It is, I suppose you would say, like your chakra systems. You have the main chakra, but then you have minor chakras that come off. So we can draw upon those different energies to help.
Yeah, it does help give an understanding on how the energies all work.
You will see this because you are a master, I am allowed to say, in energy.
Thank you.
And I think you know this.
Yeah, I feel that, definitely.
sorry for the pause there. That, yes, for my enthusiasm, I wish to tell you this,
Thank you. I appreciate
but
it.
I was, let me say, a few more had before just made me think. But yes, I feel you deserve to know that what you know about energy in your human life is far greater than most, and the way you are able to use and manipulate it and see it as well.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Another question, if I may. Was Mastrodam a time traveler?
Yes and no. He was able to access time in other places, but he physically was not able to do this. He had a great spirit or soul within him, and he was able to, as you might say, astro travel or connect to other dimensions.
It's obviously a nice thing for him to be able to do that. I mean, are all of his predictions, what he's actually done, are they all going to come true for the ones that obviously haven't come true up to now?
This is not for me to say,
Okay.
but they are from his interpretations, from what he saw and was able to retain. As back in those days, he did not have the facility to record other than by writing.
Hmm. A lot harder back in that time.
He would maybe come out of his dream or come back and write down what he could remember at that time. He could probably access very easily and quickly to go back as well. But this can be tiring and take its toll.
Very clever. Very clever. Another question is, will nuclear war happen in our lifetime?
In a sense, it already has. But in the terms that you are meaning going forward for the current situation, we do not foresee this at this point.
That's quite reassuring. So hopefully, it'll never happen.
No, this is what we are hoping for.
Let's just keep obviously sending the prayers and the healing for people that are obviously caught up with all the war and things that's happening, as we always
Yes,
do.
there certainly would not be any benefit from it. And I think the people involved know this.
Yeah, definitely. It does bring me on to another question, which is a bit of a topic with some people, but why do people end their own lives and guides don't stop this from happening?
Guides will do as much as they can to prevent this. But like with anything, sometimes the guides and the soul within knows that the trouble it causes within the mind of the person will carry on. There are several times where they will try to do things to hurt themselves or end their lives early. And many times we can intervene to prevent this. But there does become a time, unfortunately, where within their mind it is all they think about. And the soul within can do nothing. It is realization that it is their time. And it is also within the life that they did, the life they choose. When we come to choose a life, we see where that life will end up. There are twists and turns along every life, and we can direct with the free will. But when it becomes all that they can think about, it is that time that we have to as guides and the soul within, let it be.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it happens, but I suppose it's just part of a journey with some people and some souls. Another
As a
question.
guide, we learn from it. Also, when you've lived a life, or we live within a life where this has happened as well, it all is a learning curve. It is not nice watching it happen from a loved one's point of view or a friend's point of view. And we almost try to do as much as we can, but unfortunately it's like everything. You can do as much as you can, but it is the inevitable. Then it has to be let be.
Yeah, I get that. So what would you say is most important? Would you say a friendship is most important or a soulmate?
There can be one in the same. How do you know a friendship is not a soulmate? There are some stronger connections that we all feel when we have a soul connection. But all friendships are very important.
I definitely agree with that. A question on it in a way. I mean, what is love, and is love just a feeling?
That is I wasn't going to say difficult, a very technical question there. All emotions have feeling. But love has its own brackets as well. There's a love for a child, a love for a parent, a love for a friend, and a love for a partner or a lover. They all come under the same bracket, but they vary in how they feel to you.
Mm. Yeah, it's a good feeling, love. It's I think what drives everybody positively. So it's a good.
When you, if you are lucky enough to feel the love, as in for a partner or a lover, a soulmate connection, you are very fortunate in life. It does not always happen. Some people have this, but then do not have children. So they never get to know in that lifetime the love for a child. People often will have love for one another, but as soon as they have their first child, or any child after that, that is a love that they instantly know that is undeniable. And you will also notice this if you have a true soul connection as well. Funny thing is love and emotions.
I think when you're born, it's just automatically there from day one.
Yes,
So it's just powerful and an amazing thing to have.
love is not forced.
It's very natural. Another question then is, why does the gut get feelings when you sense things good or bad?
I always wondered this. When they say you have the head, the heart, but always go with the gut. I feel that with the gut, it is quite almost like an amphitheatre. You always hear your tummy rumbling, gurgling. You do not feel this within the heart. You might get a pain or race of the heart, but with the gut, it can make so many different noises and feel so many different things. And this also has a more direct link to the brain in matters that need to be dealt with differently on your every day-to-day things. It bypasses the heart to give you the answers you need without getting, say, maybe love, maybe get in the way sometimes of what needs to be answered. So the gut will bypass it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move on to a little bit of mediumship yet. A couple of questions. And is it worth using tarot cards and things like that, or is it just gimmicky?
It is what people resonate with. There are some very good tarot readers out there with the cards. Those who read tea leaves, they are all but tools. As a lot of you do your mediumship, some write it down, some just go with the link. It is what makes you comfortable. There are some of you that would maybe give up because you're not finding the connection that you maybe, as a medium, you think, I really want to be a medium, but you struggle with just giving what you get. So then the tools come in, like the cards or the drawings, those that can see spirit, depending on their abilities, or draw or write. And that just gives them the confidence to know where they are at, gives them a baseline.
Yeah, I get that. That's good.
So some might jump straight into the mediumship and they do not need the other tools. Others may need the tools to start with the tarots, the tea leaves, the crumpled bits of paper, the psychometry, as you call it, just touching something of somebody else. But then they get to feel comfortable with that, not realizing that they could then maybe go into their mediumship, or vice versa. It is the same information coming through, it is just how you wish to deliver it, or how you may feel more comfortable, like your favorite piece of clothing, or your favorite toy as a child. Gives comfort.
Yeah, something you can resonate to.
Yes.
Well, why do some mediums feel they get less and less of evidence when reading for someone, and what can they do to make it feel better?
They are going through a change, but it could also be down to how they are feeling generally in life at that time. That they may be not quite listening, or that their vibration has changed. So they're vibrating on as much as you would say should be better, on a higher vibration. If the spirit that wishes to come through to give evidence that may be of a lower vibration, it struggles to come through. But the message that will come through will be on a slightly more higher vibration, because that is what is needed over the evidence that is not so needed. Does that make sense?
It does. So they got to just trust as well. That's what it's.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's good.
Also remember that you all have your own gifts, and that you do not need to be the same as everybody. You have your own personalities, and you all have your own characters as well. So as much as you see the generalization of mediums that will give different types of evidence, they will all give evidence in different types of ways, and they'll all have their own set piece, and people go to watch. But if you don't give it that way, it doesn't matter. As long as the message and the advice and the love comes through to your recipient, your person you are helping, that is all that matters.
Yes, it's reassuring just to know that it's just mediums are on the right path, and they've just got to trust and just to adapt with the new abilities and different things that's obviously coming in as they grow.
Sometimes as well, they may just need a rest. They may need just to take a small break.
Yeah.
If they are doing it day after day after day, or
after
several
work.
times a day. They might just need to just have a week off or 2 weeks off, or reduce it to several times a week or something. If they are doing it that regularly, they are burning themselves out.
Mm,
Remember, it is a great gift. You do not wish to become bored or fed up with it to get it living your life. You have to live a life as well as link with spirit. You have plenty of your time in spirit. But we do see the enthusiasm, and we love to see it. We love to connect as well with our loved ones and also those we are guiding.
mm,
It's great to help others in their human lives.
yeah, it's very important. It's very important. I mean, it's always been a little bit on my mind. Why is there time on earth but no time in spirit?
There is time in spirit, but we all know there's past, and we all know there's present, and we all know there's future. We all know when you're doing something. In a sense, it is time. But there is none of this second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour thing. We do not need to keep looking at what the time is. We do not need to know it is breakfast time or dinner time or tea time. I know we do not eat in spirit, but we don't need to know it is. We know when it is time to rest, time to move on. But it is not measured like it is on the earth. I hope that clears that up a little bit for you.
It does. It does. It does. And obviously, we were speaking a little bit about people's abilities earlier. And can we train the abilities that we've got, some of us, to be able to like move objects with just energy? Or is that not possible?
It is possible to do this. This would be more somebody maybe of your standing that could take the practice and take the journey to do that. Everybody has that ability, but some just have that natural ability and their gift. It is what they're meant to do in that life.
Mm, connecting with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I do get that. And one of the question that obviously has been written down is, how many people were actually real in the Bible, or is it just the names in a story?
The DNA of the story is true. Some of the names have got a little bit lost, you may say. Not with all, but with some.
Mm,
This is because the languages have changed many times over the years and the interpretation of them has gone a little bit off center, shall we say. There are many languages that even now you find new archaeological past civilizations that have got pictures, but you still struggle to understand them. The stories from the Bible and of all of the religious books The names are true to some, but it is more the characters and the events that have happened. But don't forget, humans have obviously added to excite, to get people to engage with these stories, to become part of that religion.
Mm. Yeah, I get that. Um, I mean, while you're on with us tonight, I wanted basically just to say, is there anything that you can pass on to some of the people that are obviously on our circle and give them some sort of like advice or anything for anybody individually on the circle, just sort of like to help them or pass on some healing, or is there like just advice or anything you'd like to say to anybody?
Well, in terms of healing, we will always pass it on. But also, please ask for it. Don't have to be any special prayers. You just say to your main guide or to your team, please could I have some healing for maybe a body issue or a mind issue or just some general healing. That's it. We can send more, we can send it more direct. As much as we can give it and know where it is needed, it is always nice to have permission.
That's nice.
It is also, as well, if you was to say every day you have a little chat with us, or whether you do not or not, just give us permission to connect. You could maybe, if you wish to put boundaries in it, you just wish us to connect for healing, or just allow us to connect for healing, guidance, advice. It doesn't matter. Just to say, good morning, team. I give you permission to connect today with however much you wish for us to connect. That is also nice that we know where we stand. As much as we will connect anyway in some respects, it is nice to have full permission to help as much as we can.
Yeah, I agree.
In terms of some more guidance, that if those of you that don't necessarily talk to us on a daily basis, just ask in the morning, have you any to your team, good morning team, or afternoon, depending on what you have. Do you have any advice for me today or guidance? We will give it. It might be come in a riddle. Sometimes it might just say breathe, and you might think, what do I need to breathe for? But if you watch through the day, you'll get to the end of the day and you'll be like, now I know what that, when they said just relax, just breathe meant. This will also help with your mediumship because you'll be talking to us directly as guides, as family members as well. We are all here.
All working together, that's nice.
All working together.
Mm.
If you wish to talk out loud, that's fine. But quite often you can just say it in your head while you're walking or sitting somewhere. Even if your family are around you, you can say stuff. They do not need to know that you are talking to us or asking us stuff if you do not wish to be seen doing that. But
that's nice. If
again,
I called out the names, and would you be able to give like a bit of guidance or advice to individual people? Like, so if I mentioned Pam, would you be able to pass us some guidance or anything to help with
yes,
the advice?
I will link and with the other guides. So would you like to start with Pam?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yes, so with Pam, we will say today that some have a more recent physical ailments, Also because she's withholding some stress and emotions within her. So she wishes to um, try to work on these, some light meditation or a chat with some friends about things that she's got going on. Also, not to try and overthink too much as well. As much as we all say to Pam, we say relax and take it easy. She has a lot going on. Bless her. But yes, if she can try to relax the mind and let out, to not keep in some of those thoughts, this will help. I feel with Pam, she's most loved. She has a great team with her. Her main guide is very, how can I say, steadfast but firm. Pam will know this by the advice she is given sometimes. And a little bit more self-belief and not self-doubt.
Thank you for that. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. That's brilliant. Can I also ask the same for Donna? If there's something for Donna?
So for Donna in some ways is similar. She's very quietly spoken, bubbly, but again, she will put on a brave face. She needs to, if she does not mind this, she needs to close some subjects that she's been holding on to from the past. Put them to bed, I feel. And she's got everything she needs within her. She's always looking for more learning, more teachings. She has actually got so much within her. I feel that she needs to stop looking without and look more within.
Yeah. She's very
Donna.
wise.
Yes. Another one that needs to have more self-belief and less self-doubt.
Thank you for that. I think she'll appreciate it. And also, anything for Adrian?
Rest. He's been told this many times. He's become so reliant on doing. He does not know when to stop. Even when he's resting, he's doing. He needs to learn the art of sitting and literally doing nothing.
I'll let him know. And is there anything for Sharon?
For Sharon, she has come a long way. She has built her self-belief. She still has doubt. I feel that she has maybe also been looking into, as you spoke about earlier with the questions of tarot or something. If she feels that she wishes maybe to help her along to buy a pack of cards and just pick one per day, that may help her. But again, it just needs to self-center a little bit with and quieten down. I feel she is another one that has a lot going on. Her team around her are drawing closer to her. She's feeling more energy as well. She needs to relax a little bit more into it. And don't be worried about others further down the line in their journey with the mediumship. They once were where she is now. And the only way to look at them is not try to be them. Talk to them, ask them. Adrian and Pam are not particularly old hats at this. She could ask you, or even Neil. Neil again is young with his mediumship. So if she feels that asking some of those have been doing it for years and years and years is a bit daunting, or they give too much advice, ask those that are only new to their journey. And one of her guides will show themselves within the next few weeks.
It'll be very reassuring for us. That'll definitely help her trust herself that little bit more and let go.
And for you, Chris, we have seen a big change in you, a big release as well. And we're glad you've had a rest from being with us. I think this has rejuvenated you and helped you see along. The help and the healing you give others is amazing and appreciated on all levels.
It's good. It's reassuring.
We ask that do not forget us.
No, I won't forget you guys. Definitely not. It's all part of the circles and the journey, so it's
But what we do ask you is to please just look after yourself. Don't forget, you can't give from an empty cup.
Very true.
We feel for you, the quickest way for you to energize would be connecting with nature, which I think you know this. Sitting in the sun, or even just barefoot, walking around on the ground for a bit, sitting on the grass. Connecting like that will help you.
I appreciate that.
We also feel stargazing is another one. But you know this as well.
I do, yeah.
You have big things to come, but that will be in time, as you are still only young. And a new connection with you. I feel that you have met another member of your team.
Yes.
And I think we'll leave that little nugget, as we would like to call it, for you.
Thank you.
With big love, but more team members will be around soon.
Thank
Know
you.
that.
Have you got anything for Neil?
For Neil, jet setting away over there. When he comes back, he must remember to enjoy the time and not be too hasty in getting back into things. I think he will know this when he gets back, that maybe he's been doing a few too many things for other people that he doesn't, that realizes he probably doesn't need to do. They may need to stand on their own 2 feet.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Thank you for letting me join the group this evening.
No
I say
problem.
me, but it is we.
Yeah. No, thank you, Sarah. It's been absolutely a pleasure to have you with us this evening, and obviously thank you for passing on that little bit for the people in the group. Very much appreciated.
There is big love within the group. You all easily connect with one another. You obviously all know where you're all from and where you've all been and going. And I will say good night to you all, and we will be with you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much. Love to all.
Love to. Well, it's time to finish today's questions and answers session. We would like to thank Spirit for being here to guide us, working directly with us. That includes our personal guides, but all the additional advisors that have joined us here today to give us the benefit of their wisdom. Thank you all for your continued support, which we all fully appreciate and value. We look forward to linking up again with you next time. Before we close the link, we hope you don't mind us spending just a few minutes of our time exploring our personal direct links with Spirit. 2 to 3 minutes until I call you back into the room, everyone. Time now to refocus on your crown chakras, please. And as and when you have, close it down to break your link with Spirit. Move any residual energy you don't need down from your crown chakra to your brow chakra, onto your throat chakra, then onto your heart chakra, further down to your solar plexus chakra and onto your sacral chakra, then down to your root chakra. Allow this surplus energy to move down through your legs, body, to your feet, and ground yourself with Mother Earth, please. When you feel sufficiently grounded and in your own time, gently and slowly bring your attention back into the room. Excellent. I hope you're feeling all okay. I'm just going to pass you over to Pam, see if she's got a few things that she may have picked up.
Thank you, Chris. I do have something, and at the very beginning, and as spirit come in, I had purple energy come around. Now they took me and that to an arch. So it was black through the window, and that's but the purple around it, and then the window opened by itself, and that inwards, and they showed me what was outside, and outside it was sort of like, it wasn't very black, but it was like the dark night sky, and that's but out in space with lots of little dots of light, which we know as stars. And then as they encouraged me to walk away from the window, and that they told me that there are many paths that each one of us can follow, and as I walked over to a bridge, and that we were standing overlooking the water there, they encouraged me to go into the water for cleansing. Then I was told that every one of us chooses our own path to walk on, and that we should all check that we are actually on the right path. And that what a lot of people don't realise is that we can actually change our paths. So that involves everybody in the world, and that is that we can change our paths if we feel we're on the wrong one. There are ways to do it, and please believe in yourselves. Thank you, Chris.
That's lovely, thank you. So that concludes the Inspired Circle for this evening. So thank you all.